just by standing there, standing up to those that, like, cause you fear, like, what can they do? Like, when they see the truth, like, whoa, like, I don't have, like, this person doesn't fear me, so what good is it to try and do anything to them, like, it's a moot point already, and look at this, like, I used to have an instrument, like, I was part of the band, like, my grandma bought me this, this was my saxophone, like, Empire, it was a great instrument, but, like, I was never, like, I never really mastered it, I didn't master it. Look, like, it's kind of tarnished now and everything. I've read many things, and the truth is I still see the connections everywhere. Look, prices rise 3.1% after a 2-year downturn. Look, so already things are looking up for the better. Who am I trying to convince, And look, you see, like, there, slain man's brother admits to firing first shot. Like I said, like, that bullet, like, if we throw that hate, that death out into the world, or that potential, like, it's going to come back, and, like, it's going to hurt us in a way we never expected. Maybe not us directly, but, the people we hold dear to us. And, that's the last thing I would ever want and everything. I have no one left to convince, but myself. I know exactly who I am, I know exactly who I am, but, that's for me to know in a sense. I'm not looking for fame. I'm not looking for glory. I just want things to be right. But that's the thing. It's hard because, like, we're always at war with ourselves, It's that hypocrisy, I'm guilty of it too. We all are, Well, today, look, big band bonanza. Look, isn't that beautiful, A baby on board. Life is beautiful. Fitness changes needed later in life. In our own time, things will work out, And, like, everyone's own time. That's the thing. Like, people need to be, like, allowed to grow. That's the problem. This world is trying to change you to be another one of the herd. I don't want to be part of the herd if the herd is marching off a cliff. Don't be like the lemmings, because that's what I fear is happening. But, the truth is, like, it's always been out of our hands. Our destiny has always been out of our hands. And, I choose to just, be me. Just sit, be still, because in a few years, like, like, people are saying, oh, 2012, like, it's the end of the world. I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. It's not going to be the end of the world, not how we think. It's not going to be what we think. But, if the secret that I've discovered is true, if I do have any say in it, I won't allow it to be something horrible. It's not going to be horrible. All these things, technology, computers, this camera, cell phones, all of this, like, some people say, oh, it's bad, technology is bad. Well, it has the potential for abuse. Everything has the potential for abuse, and that's where it comes down to choice, self-control. People have to start choosing the right choice, because this is what I feel God has been saying. All this technology that we have, it could disappear in a second, It could disappear in a turn of a dime, like what they're predicting. This is a fact. NASA says there's going to be solar activity in 2012, Maybe I know exactly what's going to happen, We cannot become reliant on the way the world is. That's what, like, I've decided, or that's how I feel, Like, we cannot put our faith fully in this, because what happens when all this is gone? Like, what if, like all these circuits and everything gets fried, and, like, oh no, the computer doesn't work, the TV doesn't work, like, oh no, the radio doesn't work, nothing works. Like, what are we going to do? We're going to be, like, essentially back in the dark ages in a sense. And, like, what do we have? Like, it's going to be up to us, our own inner fire. That's going to be the light that sees us true, Like, God is making a new covenant, a new testament. That's what I feel. And it's up to us, the dreamers, the writers, to, like, remember the mistakes, forgive, but don't forget, It's up to us to write the new story, create the new world. Like, here's today's, what's this, horoscopes and everything. I could read it for you, like, you know. But the thing is, if you want to see it, you can see it for yourself, you know. Just take my word for it, you know. Everything is still speaking to me, you know. And, like, you know, I say many things like, oh, you know, I have to quit smoking cigarettes and everything, yet, you know, like, this is something, it's become a part of who I am, in a sense. Like, I allowed it to become a part of who I am, and this is the hardest battle that I'm still facing, you know. And, like, there's other things too, you know, within my family, you know, like, I want to mend these bridges with my cousins and everything, you know. There's progress, you know, progress